Hi guys. How are you? Hope everyone is doing great. On this beautiful morning in my hometown, it's currently 8:44 a.m. and basically I'm always going to be jumping onto these live streams to basically enable someone out there that would love to maybe know what the market direction for the day would be. I'm basically going to be enabling you call out that direction of the market. And basically, what I'll be doing, I'll be giving you exactly when you're going to be entering. I'll be also giving you exactly what your stop loss will look like. And then also, I'll be giving you a viable take profit for that particular day. So I hope to be doing this on a daily basis to basically enable anyone out there that has maybe doubts in any of their strategy to be able to actually call out the right direction of the market. And this is based off my strategy that I trade, which is on the Euro USD. So basically, we're going to be looking at Euro USD every at least 30 minutes before market open or before 2 a.m. New York time. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So before we get into any of this, expect the very best from me. I'm always going to be available for you guys to be able to actually deliver and give you this. So basically, with my strategy, maybe if you do not know what my exact strategy is, it's basically one of those that bases, market direction on the daily candle. So if you're very clear, you know that usually on the daily candle, we have the open, then we have high, the low, and then the close. So basically, this is where the entire strategy is based off. And for me, over the time that I've used this strategy, which is slightly above 1 year now, it has a 50% win rate, which I believe this is just enough that you need to actually be able to become profitable in the forex trading market. So with a 50% win rate, you're actually going to be having, or this particular strategy actually has a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. So this is just enough for you to actually become profitable. So if you strap yourself right now, you're basically going to be getting the very best from Dominate Online. My name, in case you're new here, my name is Gani, and I've been on this space for quite some years now, roughly above probably 5 years now. So I pledge to always be bringing you the very best. And without further ado, let's basically try and get into this. So let me try and share my screen right now to basically show you what I'm looking at. So I'm trying to get into my screen. Okay, so basically, if you can see right now, this is what I'm looking at. This is a particular trade that I'm currently in, but when you look at my screen, this is what I want you to look at exactly. How this strategy works, we base off our direction of the previous day. So when you look at the previous day, which was this was basically the 8th of July. So when you look at my screen right here, you can see that what price actually did right here that has not yet been filled. So what I'm looking at price doing is either price is going to come tap into this fair value gap right here. So with this fair value gap that you're currently seeing, I would like price to come tap into it and then continue in this direction right here. So this is what I mean. So I expect price to basically come, tap into this fair value gap, and then it continues down here. If this does not happen, I expect price to do this instead. So if it comes down here for this day, which is the 9th of July, I expect price to basically come, take out this order block right here. In case you're wondering which kind of indicator is on my screen right now, I wouldn't use indicators basically, but the reason these are on my screen is basically to enable me, sort out some of these things much faster than I would actually go look at certain things. But basically, I have two indicators on. One is the Smart Money Concepts indicator by Lux Algo. Then the other one is the Fair Value Gap indicator by Nephew Sam. So these are the two indicators that I basically use because I've done this over and over. I basically know I do not have to take even 10, 15 minutes, knowing exactly which market direction to take. I basically react off levels. When price does something, then I go ahead and react to what the price has done. So the other thing, if price doesn't actually do what I've just said, I expect it to come, take out this order block right here down, and then once it has taken it out, I expect price to move in the other opposite direction. So this is exactly what I mean. I expect price to come, take out this order block right here, and then it reverses in the other direction. But the easier thing price would do here is that actually it might take out this level here that we've said. Right now, it would, once market opens, I expect price to actually come take out this level, and then it continues in the other direction. It can be either or, either this, or it comes, takes out this down here, and then it continues in the other way. But do not just take my word for it. As I've told you, with my strategy, it has a 50% win rate. So this can happen or it might not happen. Do not think, with the market, we're always dealing with probabilities. So do not put on a position and think this must happen. That's not how trading works. Trading is actually a game of probabilities. So there's with my age or with my strategy that I have, I know that most of the times, or 50% of the times, the market actually moves in this way. So basically, I'm just giving you what I know the market usually does 50% of the time. So before we even get there, let me take you to the daily time frame. So when you look at the daily time frame right here, it basically shows you that price usually opens. So you can see right here, for example, yesterday's candle, price opened, and then it created a high. It created a low right here. It created a high, and then it closed right here. So remember, this was the first day of the week. So we had a new week opening gap. So basically, that's why you see price started from down here. So this was its open, then high, then this was its low, which was the low was right here, and then it closed right here. So then when you look at most of these candles right here on the daily, so you can see even here, price opened here, then created its low, then the high, and it closed right there. So basically, this is the I use the open, high, low, close, price movement to be able to determine exactly how price might behave for that particular day. So that's it there. So this is exactly what we're looking at right here. So I'm basically trying to see if price can actually do exactly what I expect it to do. So So remember that with trading, it is a game of probabilities. So you do not have to say, I've put on this position and it must be a winner. No, that's not how we approach the markets. With the markets, it's always a game of probabilities. So once you get this into your mind, it will remove all that anxiety that you might be having when you put on a particular position. So you do not have to think that yes, I put on this trade, must it must be a winner for me. So you always have to think in probabilities. So once you get this into your mind, definitely trading is going to be much easier for you. As I've told you, my strategy, it has a 50% win rate. So definitely you expect it to always win sometimes, and other times it might not win for you. So let's try and look at what exactly my kind of win rate is, what exactly has been like with this strategy. So with this strategy, um, I keep collecting data. I have a Google spreadsheet where I always collect my data so that I'm able to actually always know what exactly to tweak or how exactly my strategy is performing. So let's try and look at this data. Probably something might be wrong with my Google Docs. Let me try and refresh this particular page. Okay, so you can see here, this is what I expect. I expect price to come tap into this fair value gap here, and then it continues to the downside, or else price might have to come all the way down here, takes out this particular order block, and then once it has taken it out, it continues in the other direction. So my turning points for this particular case would be at 1.08364 right here. This would be the turning point I'll be looking at. And then I'll also be looking at down here, which is at 1.08100. So those are the turning points I'm looking at. So whenever price will reach there, then I'll try to look at areas at which to actually make my entry. Various people have different ways they enter the market, but for me, I always basically try to actually wait for a fair value gap to be inversed. That's when I make my entry on the 5-minute time frame. So once a fair value gap has been inversed, basically price, covering back up that fair value gap. If it does that, if it's, let's say, for example, here we would have a bearish fair value gap if it happens on the 5-minute time frame. So once that bearish fair value gap has been covered or inversed, that's when I make my entry. And usually I have a 10 pip stop loss. So this is it for this side. Then the side would have a bullish fair value gap. So once that bullish fair value gap on the 5-minute time frame has, let's say, been inversed or covered basically, then I look to actually take my entry with a 10 pip stop loss. And usually my target, because I've looked at over the times I've been trading, with all the experience I do have, I've looked at the daily and realized that on average, price at least moves 30 pips a day. So it's able to move at least 30 pips. So basically, once price moves those 30 pips, most of the times it turns, or basically it starts showing those signs that it's going to turn. So basically it's a 10 pip stop loss with a 30 pip, you know, 30 pip take profit. So basically this is a 1 to 3, which is always able to actually give you profits in this market and make you profitable in the long run. So you do not, I see out there on social media, most of the times people, give you this illusion that you make these number of gains or these amount of profits with, let's say, a 1 to 10 risk to reward. But these people are just marketing themselves to you. They are not giving you the real thing. You do not have to go for those very high rewards because it's not achievable in the long run. So just go for something that you can be able to achieve. And I'm telling you, a 1 to 3 is just enough for you to be able to be profitable in this market. So yeah, basically, this is it. I do not want to make this so long. I hope you've gotten some value from this video or from this live stream. I wish you a very good trading, and please do manage your risk well. If you do not manage risk, you will not stay long in this game. So do manage your risk well, and all will be good for you. You will stay in this game for a very long time. So I wish you a very good trading day. Hope all works out for you. And yeah, so basically, this maybe before I leave, these are my results. So this is my data that I've collected over time. So you can see when it comes to months, I'm always having green months with not so crazy the the percentage gain on my account or my equity is not that crazy. You can see there's a 5%, 6%, 7%, 1%, 5%, 23%. That was a crazy month. The month of October last year, it was crazy. Then when you look at this year's quite been good. You can see there's an 18% in January, then a 4%, a 7%, a 25%, a 12%, a 5% for last month. And we're looking at this month as well. You can see last week we had a green week, which basically had 2 wins and 3 losses. So that week ended up green, and I can't be more proud. Just keep following that one thing that you do, and definitely you'll turn profitable. Do not hop onto this, onto the other. You'll not turn profitable if that's the way you trade. So, guys, I wish you a very good trading week. Hope it all works out great for you. Have a very, very good day.